Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Coding with Ankit. Today's topic is get permutations. Let's get started. So get permutation, what we will do, we will find out, we will be given one input string. We will find out all the permutation of that string and then we will add those permutation in the array list and we will return from a function. What is permutation? Let's see that. A permutation is an arrangement of all the elements of a set in a specific order. Let's consider if you have given ABC as an input, size of this input is 3. Output, what will be the output? Output will be ABC, BAC, CA, BCA, ACB, CAB, and CBA. So if the size of input string is 3, then we will have 8 6 permutation, that will be n factorial. So if the length of the string is n, the output length will be n factorial. How we'll find it? You can see it just we are rearranging all the characters one by one, and with that we are getting some unique order which is not matching with other, that we are calling as a permutation. So how we will do it? How we will find out the permutation of a given string? So first one, if you have a blank, then the permutation will be blank only. After that, we will add C here with the blank. So you can see the result will be C. Array list will contain only C. Then we will add B with C. So we can place B at two places. We can place B at before C and after C also. So one permutation will be BC and the second permutation will be C. In first case, you can see we are placing B at starting position, and in second case we are placing B at last position. Same way we need to add A with BC and CB. So where we can place, in first string we can place A at three places. With BC we can place A before BC, in middle of BC also we can place, and at the last also we can place. So three position we can place. After placing A at three position, we will get three strings. Like first one is ABC. You can see A we have placed at the starting position. Then A will place at the middle position. Then it will become BAC, and then A will placed at the last position. So it will become BCA. Same way we will place A in CB also. With CB we can place A at first position, middle position, and last position. First position if you place, then it will become ACB. If we place A at middle position, then it will become CAB, and then if we place A at the last position, it will become CBA. So that's how we are getting the permutation of given string ABC. Let's write the logic for this. How we'll find the permutation? So the first input string is ABC, str equal to ABC. We'll create a separate method, public static array list. We will add all the permutation in the array list and we'll return from this method. So we are taking array list, inside that we will be storing string, and then get permutations. So we have to store all the permutation from it. In the recursion, so first I told if it is blank, then blank string, that permutation will be blank only. If it is containing one string, one character, then the permutation will be only one. If you have two, then that will be two. Like that, it's a n factorial of based on the size. If the size of the string is n, then the permutation will be n square. So let's first try to remove one character from the string. Once it will become empty or a blank string, then after that one by one we will add those character in the permutation and try to form a permutation. So first will be character ch str dot character at 0. We have to take this as an input string str as an input. Inside this, after taking the first character in ch, I'm storing into ch the first character. The rest string we can store into some other string variable, that is ros. Rest of the string will be str.substring 1. So we will store rest of the string in here. Let's say if the given when we are passing str as abc, here it will become a, and then it will become bc here. Same way, after this, what we will do, we will create an array list where we will store our answers. Array list str, we can name it mr main result, new array list. So all the permutation we will add into mr. Now, as we will build this logic through recursion, so we will call the same method. So what we will do, once we remove this character ch, we will try to find the permutation of ros, and then this ch character value we will add into this ros. Whatever permutation we will get, in that we will add this. So if you find out the permutation of bc, what we have to do, we have to place a at first position, middle position, at last position. If you have two permutation of bc, then we will place a at both with both the strings. So let's get the permutation of remaining result, we can say, from by calling the same method with ros. So once we pass this ros, we will get the remaining result or rest result from this rest of the string. Now once we call this permutation, we have to add a base condition. What will be our base condition? If str.length or str is empty, if str is empty, then what we have to do, we have to create an array list. We have to store blank string, we can name it as a base result. We have to store blank string here, add blank string, and we have to return this array list here. So for blank, we know the permutation is blank only. Once we get our base result here, and that will be stored into rr. So if we call this method with str, you can see first we are passing abc, then abc, a will be removed from the string and bc will be stored into ros, and then ros will be passed to get permutation. Again this method will come here, again we will be, the input string will, first the input string will be abc, then it will become bc, because we are calling same method again with different input. Now we are calling with bc. So in bc will be removing b, and then rest of the result will become c. Then we will call again this method. What we will pass here, we will pass only c, because now we are storing ros with c value. Now we are calling this method again with c. C again will be stored into ch, and this rest of the string will become empty. Now we are calling this permutation with empty string, so it will hit our base case. In base case, we are checking if the length of the string is 0, then we'll return a blank array list. So here what we will get as a response, and also you can see we are returning from here. So this rest code will not execute, we will return from here, and it will return, it will return a array list with blank string. So now we got our first rr, rest of the result, and then now we have to place our this ch at each places based on the length of the string, or also how many strings are there in the array list. So what we will do, we will create a for loop to get all the string. We can name it rrs from rr. Rest result will get the rest result string, and for each string we have to place this character at each places based on the string length. If it contains blank string, so we can place only one time. If it contains one character, then we can place at first position and last position. If we have two characters, then we can place at first position, middle position and last position. So for that also we will create a for loop int I equal to 0, I is less or equal to rrs dot length I plus plus. So we have to place this ch character at each location based on this I, based on this index. So what we can do, we can create a new string variable value, and what we will do here, first we will be, based on the string, we will be splitting the string. So let's say we want to place this character at first position. So we have to check, we have to keep all the other string at the last, and then ch will be added the first. Ch plus str we can do, but this will work in case of when we placing character at the first position. For last position, what we will do, we just have to add at the last position, we can add this character. This also possible, but how we will handle the middle part, how we place at the middle location. Let's consider the string is bc, then we have to place a at the middle position. Then how we will place it, we will place based on this index I. We can take str dot substring from 0 till I plus ch plus str dot substring 1 or I. So if the character is bc and we are trying to place this at the middle position, so it will become bc b. We are splitting. There are three possibility, and all three possibility will be handled here. If you consider bc as a string, then a we have to place at first position, and then it will become bc. So if you are considering I equal to 0, then substring is equal to str substring 0 to 0 will be blank, then ch will be added, ch value is a, and then str substring I, that means from 1 it will come, from 0 it will take all your substring. So same way, if you are increasing the I value to 1, then you'll be placing, it will become b plus a and then c. 0 to 1 will be b, then we are placing a in the middle, and then last will be c character. And same way, if you are placing at the last, that means I equal to 2, then it will become bc, and we are placing a at the last. So it will take care of, it will place your character at all the position with the help of I. We are just splitting from 0 to I, and then rest I will be in here. So if you pass 0, it will place at the first. If you plus size of the str, then it will place this character at the last, because everything will coming under this substring position. Once we get our permutation, then we have to add this into main result, dot add value, and at the last we will return this mr. So you can see, once we got our, for first case when string was empty, that time we are getting as array list of blank string, then we have to place c at this with this string. So error contain only one string. Inside this for loop, I value is 0, and SSR, that means blank string length, is also 0. So what we will do, 0 to 0 will become blank string, ch will be added as c, and then 0 to rest will be also blank. So only c will be there, our value will become c, and that value will be added into mr, and then mr will return from here. So what we will return here, we will return c. In case of blank string, we will return C. So now this RR will become C, and this will be removed. Now we have to take care of B. We have to place B with this all permutation, and only permutation is array list containing C. So we can place B at two position, at the first and at the last. How we'll place it? You can see RR length RR string. We are looping over RR, so it will run on one time because there is only one string. Inside that I value will be from 0, it will go till 1. So we can place at 0 position and we can place at 1 position. If you place at 0 position, it will become BC, and if you place at 1 position, then it will become CB. So these two string will be added into MR, and then now MR will become BC comma CB, and then this will be written, this will be stored into RR. So it will become BC comma CB. Now we have to add A. Once we remove this part, now character will be storing A, and this, with the help of this arrow ROS, we got this permutation. So now we have to place A at both the string and all the places. So in first string, you can see we are looping over again RR with I value. I value will be 3, 0, 1, 2. 3 times we can achieve. We have to place A at the first position, middle position, and last position. So based on size of the string, length of the string, we can place A at 3 positions. So first we will place at first position, then will become ABC, then will become BCA, and the third will be BCA, second will be BAC. Same way we will be doing for CB also, because we are looping over the array list, so it will run for the second string as well. In second string, if you try, then it will become ACB. At the first place, if you store A, then middle place we have to add A, then it will become CAB, and at the last it will become CBA. So all 6 permutation we got, and all those 6 permutation we have added into MR, and then this result will be written from this function that will now be our response to main method. So once we call this method, we'll get this response. What we can do, we can print this value also. So we'll call this method with str, and let's call and see what response we are getting. Okay, so we are getting something wrong here, because first we got 0, 0, that is correct. As ROS we are taking from one string, so we can remove the first character from here. Then RR with RS we are looping over RR. Then we have for loop I with 0 till the length, and then I plus plus. Okay, so here we are taking str, that is wrong. Instead of that, it will be RRS, because this string we have to split and then we have to form our new permutation. So let's run it again, and you can see I got the result. So I got all the permutation of ABC, which is correct. Now let's talk about um, time complexity. So time complexity of calling this get permutation is n, and time complexity of generating permutation of all the result will be n factorial. N factorial. That's why the total time complexity of this algorithm is big O of n into n factorial. Same way space complexity also n into n square, because for each character we are trying to get the result. So that's about how to get permutation and store those into array list and return as a response. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the video, please give a hit and also subscribe my channel. Thank you.